Good morning, everybody. My name is Gunga Giri. I'm going to add to this beautiful atmosphere that Uncle's created here. Thank you.
This is our showcase garden at the Melbourne International Flower and Garden Show. We are bringing awareness to horticulture to a bigger population. This year we've teamed up with the Shade Smart program, and we're working very much on introducing in from our perspective of green trees, the right trees, urban greening, urban cooling, rooftop gardens, green walls, into how we can live socially better. Australia is leading the world, unfortunately, in skin cancers. 70% of our population during the course of their lifetime will have a skin cancer removed. Half our industry work outside, and that is why this year we're actually really focusing on being shade smart in what we're doing.
Exhibition gardens are really important because you can't be what you can't see. People need to have a bearing, they need some crosshairs on something. So with an AIH garden dealing with Shade Smart, that's a really nice way to bring those messages across. They're like little sleeper concepts that people can take away and think, oh, I need to consider these things in my day-to-day.
The guys have done an amazing job here. It started with a patch of grass and then we've turned it into something that's beautiful, inviting. It makes me feel really, really proud looking around at what's been achieved in such a short amount of time. I'm extremely proud. It's nice to see the boys down here enjoying themselves. They're all away from home, away from family and friends, but they're all come together as a group. They've really gelled and bonded here.
We're the design firm that worked with AIH in designing this lovely space. The amount of green space that we've created, we've tried to keep down that hot, reflective surface and use more natural surfaces to just cool the environment. And again, a lot of trees. It's all about the trees, try and get that upper canopy up there, reflective heat off the buildings and also cool the people underneath.
Even if a council planted out all their open space and parks, we still wouldn't meet the canopy targets we need because the majority of the land is in private ownership. So people really need to think about how they can fit a tree into their property, in the front yard, backyard, wherever they can, and make a big difference and keep the city cooler and save lives. It can really help actually save your money and also with your mental health. There's a lot of positive benefits to having trees.
Yeah, a strategically placed tree in a small environment has unbelievable benefits. Even if you've got a small courtyard and you think, well, I don't really have much space to do anything, get some advice and you can really go a long way.
The grow walls, the green roofs, that can reduce our cooling by orders of magnitude in cityscapes. They're absolute heat sinks. You sit under a tree at a park, you don't go sit under the metal roof of the pergola because that tree is essentially an air conditioning unit. These guys, they suck the carbon out of the atmosphere like no tomorrow.
We have our slip, slop, slap, seek and slide message, and out of those 5 things, only one relates to something that's not personal choice, which is shade. Shade is something that we can all do better.
This event is about prevention is better than cure, and that's why we've got some sunscreen giveaways. We look after insurances, but we also like to educate our clients, and AIH has the same philosophy. They very much want to educate those members in the horticulture industry, and that's why we're proud sponsors.
There's been a lot of studies done on urban heat island effect. We take out green spaces. A lot of the times they're being replaced by buildings or by hard surfaces. We need to really think smarter about how we green our cities and how we look after our own little patch. If you can think long term about your garden setting, have a nice shady, beautiful space where you can just come and chill out. The best thing you can do is plant a tree that you're never going to sit in the shade of.
The Australian Institute of Horticulture is very proud to present for the very first time international awards.
AIH gives you the opportunity to keep growing, to network, to learn from the experience of others, to learn from talking to others, going to conferences. A lot of it's informal, but some of that informal learning is some of the best learning you'll ever get.
The opportunities for collaboration when you're a part of the AIH is just incredible. They're a friendly bunch of people, they're very inclusive. We've got everyone from students right up to professional horticulturists, and everybody helps everybody out. It's just a great organisation to be part of.
Is what we can do in the way of growing the right trees in the right places for shade, is what we can do in the way of urban greening. You can join us by being a friend of Australian Institute of Horticulture, because we just very much about careers and education in our industry, and we're going to make it attractive for people to come in and learn really what we're all about.